Well, we're just we understand, we have to be together for us to win, and we have to communicate and really just be one on the court, and that takes time, and we're getting that. We just got to keep going.
But with the great players that are on this team and the basketball IQ that you have, why did it take, or why is it taking so long?
I mean, just because we're great players and we have great basketball IQs, it doesn't mean it's not going to take time for us to be great. We didn't all come in the league, at the top, and we had to get to the top and work there, and that's what we have to do as a team. Some teams come together real fast, and sometimes it takes a while for great players to come together and play. We've had a lot of obstacles this year, but we stuck together, and we haven't held our head, and we're pushing through everything.
Well, how have you seen Kobe evolve with, obviously he's always been a scorer, but then the facilitator, and now kept picking it up and scoring again. How have you seen that evolve in the way he just approaches the game?
Well, we're all trying to do whatever it takes to win, and we have to find ways to sacrifice our game, but also find ways to be aggressive and, push the pace, and he's doing both.
Well, do you pay attention to what the other teams that are ahead of you guys are doing, like Houston and Utah?
No, I haven't. I don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV?
Nah.
So you don't know that you guys are chasing them?
I just know that we got to win every game we play. That's it.
Given the pressure you're under, it was so great to see you smiling out there at practice and having a blast with your teammates, given what you guys are facing.
Well, I mean, this is the best life we could ever have, so there's no need for us to be mad. We're not happy that we're in the position that we're in, but we still have a great life. Regardless of what happens, tomorrow or the next day, we're all blessed, and we got to live one day at a time and have fun.
How do you keep from the scoreboard watching and just concentrate on the task at hand?
Not look at the scoreboard.
That's one way of looking at it.
We just got to play. We just got to play, play through all the situations that we've been faced with, stay together.
All of this time, what's the greatest lesson you think you're coming out with?
Humility before honor.
Steve was saying to us earlier, like there's still kind of a process in knowing how to find a balance, build these ISOs, when to run the pick and roll. You're saying, like, how do you see the challenges of trying to find that balance?
Well, we just got to do both. We're a team that has a lot of offensive weapons, and we have to utilize every single weapon that we have. And we just got to find a balance. It's tough. Kobe gets in the zone, and when he gets in the zone, he's finding the ball and he's trying to score, and that's what he does best. We just got to figure out how to do it together and make it work for everybody.
I know you talked a little bit about conditioning, I saw you running the sprints and things like that. How much can you improve that at this point in the season? You can doing therapy and things like that.
Well, just try to push myself into shape. I think I'm in good shape for a basketball player, but not in Superman shape. So I want to get in Superman shape. So I'm going to keep working until I get there.
How much has all this tested your patience to succeed and do well?
Well, this has been a good year for me, despite everything that has happened. All the situations, has made me a stronger person. And, so I'm happy that I'm going through a lot of this stuff. And I think it's going to make me better in the long run, So I'm looking at all this as a gift instead of it being a curse.
How far away are you from Superman shape? I mean, you got the back, you still recovering.
Yeah, it's a while. It's a while. It's a while, but I'm going to give everything I can when I step on the floor. Was talking about it today in the locker room, how it was in Denver, and we wanted to run screens, we wanted to do plays, but that altitude, she told us she was on our back the whole game, so it was tough. But, we're going to keep pushing, we're going to keep fighting, and, we're going to turn this around.
Were you surprised by sort of that aspect of it? I mean, I know there was a lot of physical stuff to come back from, but just how hard it would be to get back to that level?
Oh, no, I knew it was going to be tough, When you take 6 months from doing something that you do for a living and you take it off and you can't do anything can't even, you know, get into any kind of shape, and then try to come back and play NBA basketball. It's hard, you know. It's one of the toughest things I've had to deal with as far as, you know, basketball and trying to get in shape. But, you know, it's a fun process. You know, I like doing the sprints and just pushing myself and just thinking about, you know, what I'm doing it for. It makes me go harder.